Plaintiff Kim Scardine says she and the defendant have been friends for 15 years. And after the defendant completed a 1-year stint in rehab and kicked her drug and alcohol addiction, she relapsed and her life spiraled out of control. She's suing the defendant for an unpaid loan. Defendant Donna Sefcik admits that she was addicted to marijuana, cocaine, and alcohol. And as a result, her life went down the tubes. Donna says she is currently 4 months sober, and she insists she attempted to repay Kim, but Kim avoided her.
Start with you.
First of all, I'd like to start off with that I'm not here to humiliate Donna. We've been friends for approximately 15 years, and I care for this person. I'm just trying to get back the money that is owed to me.
Okay.
Approximately 9 years ago, I decided to start another family. So my life went one way, and unfortunately Donna's went another way. Approximately 3 years ago, she left to go to California to go into rehab to get her life back together. She did really well. She was there approximately a year. Came back home. She seemed to be doing really well. She was looking for employment since she's doing so well. Got her a job, and she slowly went back into the lifestyle. Started doing the drugs and the alcohol and the gambling, and her life was spinning out of control.
Ma'am, you want to speak before we get to that and talk about your lifestyle or anything such as that?
Well, like Kim said, we had been friends for well over 15 years. And during that time, Kim also, before she got married, we had gone out and she had also partaken. Mm-hmm. But like she said, she chose the married life, and my life did go down the tubes. I had chosen to go out to California and sober up.
You were addicted.
Coke, marijuana, and alcohol.
Okay.
And I had a family member in California that offered to change my people, places, and things, okay, which I was able to get involved with support groups there. But unfortunately, when I did come back, I got back with old people and things did go bad.
You relapsed?
I ran into old friends and wasn't strong as I thought I was.
Okay. How are you doing now?
Started drinking again. I am in recovery again. I have currently 4 months clean and sober right now.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Plaintiff Kim Scardine is suing her friend, who admits that she was addicted to marijuana, cocaine, and alcohol.
Why are you suing her for $2,000 today?
I had loaned her in June. I had loaned her $1,500. Only reason I agreed to loan her the money is she had told me within 2 to 3 weeks she was getting a settlement from an insurance company. She had fallen down a flight of stairs at a bar.
Did you recognize that she was probably still addicted to Coke?
Yes,
and
I
an alcoholic?
Yes, absolutely.
And you thought you'd get your money back?
Yes, well, so after thinking about it, I decided that I would write up a contract to guarantee that I would get my money back. And well,
go ahead.
And the result of the contract, I put in there that she would her baby is her Harley Davidson. That's her love. So I thought with putting that in there, that would guarantee
Ma'am,
friendship.
I'm just having a little fun here, so don't take it personal.
I understand.
But that's as if somebody is smoking crack and they ask you to borrow a couple $100 to get them a couple more rocks. And you say, well, I don't believe you're gonna pay me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And you say, well, here, sign this. Anything you put in front of them, ma'am, if they're addicted to drugs, they're gonna tell you yes to get that money. So that's why I thought it was a little funny, if nothing else. Go ahead, ma'am.
In November of 2013, she lost employment with the company that we both worked for. So I knew if I didn't help her get another job, I would not see my money. So I made a phone call, and she got hired immediately a week with another company, and that fell through. She failed a drug test and then was terminated. And then at that point, I knew that I had to get a judgment in if I ever wanted to see the money.
All right, let's see your contract that you have there. Ma'am, what do you want to tell me?
Prior to this, of me losing my job, we had a verbal agreement in January that I was going to make monthly payments to her because she had said I needed to make payments and get this money paid to her. I did have a verbal agreement to make monthly payments to her. And in February, I had money to give her, and she had asked me over to dinner. I had to wait a day to get the money out of the bank to be able to give her the money. And when I called to go over for dinner, I got no response to go over to give her the money. It seemed to be when it's convenient for Kim to answer the phone, she answers, but if she doesn't have time, she won't. How am I supposed to work to pay?
Give her now. I thought
Please.
you were over there crying. You sniffling your nose.
I'm.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
The money was
You're not
due
crying,
December
ma'am.
17th.
You wipe your nose over there and you've been sniffling. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but it's.
Ma'am, you
When
weren't
I
doing
tried
that
to
because you
make
were crying. Don't
payments-
even try. Go ahead.
When I lost the job
Excuse me, why didn't
for
I get
failing
anything
the
before
drug
that?
test.
Ever? What happened to the money from the lawsuit? Where did that money go?
Ma'am, let her
sorry.
explain herself. Go ahead, ma'am. Let her talk in between
When
sniffles. Get you a sniff, ma'am.
We had agreed to make payments when the check wasn't large enough to pay the money back from that lawsuit from falling.
What was the check?
Ma'am, did she agree to accept that agreement
Yes.
that you believed you had?
Yes, she said you need to do something to get this money paid back to me.
I didn't hear anything about an agreement.
She agreed to make the monthly payments.
How much?
She didn't set amount, but with
Well, you didn't have an
$100,
agreement.
$100 a month.
She
I
said it.
suggested $100 a month or whatever I could get over that to her.
Plaintiff Kim Scardine is suing her friend, who admits that she was addicted to marijuana, cocaine, and alcohol.
And what happened, ma'am? Let me hear from you.
I haven't been able to get the money to
Oh,
her.
because you can't find her.
I know where to find her if I go in and bother her at work.
So that's the only reason you haven't been able to get her the money, because you don't want to bother her at work. You don't want to go in for 10 minutes at her job and say, here's $2,000. I don't think you would mind.
Well,
at
if I
work.
had,
I don't even think her boss would mind,
this-
quite frankly.
Wait.
If she said to her boss, boss, I got to take just 2 minutes to walk out in this hallway and get this $2,000.
No,
I don't think her boss would mind.
Your Honor, I'm the
at
boss.
this point,
Your Honor, she was in my store several times to come visit. She came in my store one time actually to do a drug deal with the manager of some other business in my parking lot.
excuse me?
Thank you. So
I
she had been in my
never,
store.
I've
Before
never.
she got sober.
What you say, man?
Never.
I've
Yes.
never heard such a thing. That's right. Tell her.
Never
I
did.
don't blame you. That's right. Get your little sniffle. Bring it. I'm just saying, you've been sniffing all the way through. Did you damage your membranes in your nose?
No, I was crying. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
not
trying
true, ma'am. You weren't crying, and don't try to deceive me. I know the difference between a cry and sniffing from a nose that has been damaged by overuse of cocaine, and that's what has happened to your nose. Haven't seen a tear yet, and you have an agreement here, ma'am. $2,000 is your judgment. One of the main parts of recovery, ma'am, is telling the truth. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good luck to you.
I should have taken that drug test this morning that I offered to, because you know I've been clean and sober.
This is not about that. I came here to get my money
No,
that
you
was
came here
owed
to
to me.
embarrass the hell out of me.
No, I didn't
Kim.
embarrass you. I told the
Because
truth.
you know
I
we
just
made that
want. No,
agreement.
we did not.
Yes, you
You've
did.
never paid me $1.
You know what? Because it's always about Kim.
Really?
It's always about Kim.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's about
because
Donna.
I offered to give
and
you the
Donna's-
money and make it.
You know where I
You
live.
don't answer the
know
calls.
where I work.
You never answer
okay?
the call,
And
so
when
I'm
you
supposed to
stop
bend down to
paying,
you.
You should have brought the money
You
to
know what,
me.
Kim?
You
it's
work
always
for me.
Kim.
Did you see that last case? If you can relate to their situation and have a legal question for me, hit me up on my website, askjudgemathis.com.